And I'm posting my things, therefore I could be lying. Hello, everybody. Hope you had an okay weekend. I got annoying news from my health insurance, so that's fun.
Oh, I got.
How is everyone this Monday?
I worked for the first time yesterday. Well, not like, I was able to, work on stuff. Like my block went bye-bye. So I was very happy about that.
Woohoo! Yes, please remember to like the stream, subscribe if you want more content. I've got my very nice soft blanket today, so
it's great. I might have to put on my fluffy jacket later.
Sweet.
It's hot.
Hey. I am an alien from an ice world, so it's just part of the immortal thing. I'm always cold.
Why couldn't you just go with like I'm a frost giant from
because I like
the frost plane. I forgot what that's called.
Because I like to hop around. I almost never claim to be the same thing twice. So, except immortal being. That's my vague thing I commit to. An enigma wrapped in a mystery pie. Treated myself to Sims 3 expansion. Oh yeah, treat yourself.
I love pirates.
So my Monday's going okay. No one in the house is sick anymore, but my period has arrived, so fuck her. But whatever. Hello. Hey, doggy blanket. I'm glad. What's it made out of? What's it look like? Do you have a picture you can tag at me? Something. So as usual, we're going to wait a little bit before we do the intros because people definitely keep trickling in until the 5-minute mark usually. Hopefully the children are not going to stampede down here like they sounded like they were about to. So look on your face. I don't know what you're worried about. Michael will just come over here and tell me how pretty your hair is again.
No, my internet went out for like a minute and everything was just, everyone was twirly and I'm like, And
we dance Boogie Wonderland. So what is everybody going to be working on today as we wait for people to come in? I'm going to be trying to critique again.
I am going to be watching my critique partner work. It's not Stam, it's, I think it's funny.
That's my new name.
And then working on my young adult fantasy novel.
How are you watching her work? Is it in a Google Doc? Or...
Yeah, it's a Google Doc. Okay. So I'm just like,
so you can literally.
I'm trying not to lurk. I'm like fighting the urge to just. What are you saying? Like every time she leaves a new comment, I respond to it almost immediately.
Yeah, that's why I have to just send her a separate document and then she sends me back one with notes because otherwise I would stalk her. And I'm like, I have to do other things right now. Can't revise.
I've spent about the past like half an hour just watching the comments come in going,
stalking her. One of my favorite things about Tabby and her critiquing is like the best example I have is when she was looking at one of my outlines and she makes a note. She made a note. She was like, hey, like, is it still raining? You haven't mentioned the weather or anything. And like, they should still be getting wet. And then like 2 lines down, she leaves another comment that says, never mind. It mentions right here that it wasn't raining anymore.
She did the exact same thing on my book, except it was still raining.
I love it because she'll always be like, hey, this one issue. Never mind. Issues instead of just deleting her comments, she just leaves them in like, never mind. It's taken care of. But I like that because in part it like also helps me see should I mention a thing sooner or not. But yeah, write-ins. Well, this one might be a little lower energy than normal. We're relying on the youth to bring all the energy. The rest of us are sickly and dying.
I have some caffeine, so
That doesn't help me. Sad face.
We ran out of caffeine. Thanks
Yeah,
to
it doesn't
Michael.
help me
We have coffee?
either.
No,
This doesn't work.
no.
I'm working on finishing up the second, wrap up. Expanding draft.
I'm either gonna work on my outline or read this book.
What book?
I'm reading Leviathan Wakes, which is like the first book in the Expanse series, which is a show. And I heard it's good. And I got it through the library, so whenever I get things from the library, I prioritize them.
That's fair.
It's pretty fucking meaty. It's like 562 pages, which I don't know how that actually translates to in physical format, but
Libby has yelled at me a few times. It's all like, hey, your holds on some of these books, you can, take them now. So now I have to decide if I want to actually grab them or wait until my hold expires so I can
You can
again.
suspend holds.
I know, but sometimes I wait too long to decide. So it decides for me.
yeah, and I put this one on hold and Cinder, and I got both of them at once, and I'm like, fuck.
Read Cinder, please.
You can talk to Tabby about Cinder. I'm like 90% certain she's read it.
I loved the series so much. Like, I finished it. I read 5 books in less than a month, which is very intense for me.
Nice.
And I loved it. So great. Didn't sleep much. I also, it was great. Loved it. I said that already.
Writing the last chapter of my current project. Ooh. Oh yeah, get it. I desire for you to be able to finish it today, hopefully.
Go you.
Well, just enjoy and relax until you must go to work soon then. All right, we have had enough time, so go ahead, introduce thyselves.
I thought that was your job now. There's a kitty.
That's your job.
No, that's Ash. That's Ash. All right. I'll go first because you're not.
Because you're on the top.
Sam's gonna do it.
What? Why would Sam do it?
You're because he's lazy. Go ahead and do your intro.
Okay.
Meow.
I am CB Ferrenz. I am a young adult fantasy author. I am a YouTuber. Linked below. I talk about being a teenager and a college student and a writer and how that all comes together in a dumpster fire. And I make skits sometimes about being a writer. So yeah, that's me. That was better than last time.
You're getting there.
Just write out the thing and memorize it.
And I am Chris Caballero. I am currently working on an urban fantasy novel series, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram. I don't do anything, so you just follow me. I dad and I work, and then I try to write, but also like all nerdy things. So there's that.
You can see him argue with brands on Twitter a lot. Anytime they upset him, he just yells at them in the void that is Twitter.
Well, it can't be. Taco Bell can't be taking away fucking items. Every day is another item gone to the fucking.
Let me tell you, for a while, I would just go on Twitter and it would be like, Chris has tweeted at Taco Bell again, and I'm like, why? Why must you do that?
Well, right now,
one day they will pay attention to him.
So.
One day. And I am writing mom Samantha L. Nasset. This is my channel where I talk about writer things, parent things, and writer-parent things. I also host these live streams on Mondays, and hopefully next week I will start putting out videos on Wednesdays again. I have a Ko-fi, Kafafa, however you want to say it, down where you can tip me if you like any of the content, help support
Give Sam money.
Yes. I also have a newsletter which will be going out this week. that updates on all things Sam. And I have a flash fiction on the website that you can go read, which as soon as I'm done critiquing these 2 chapters, I will be revising another short story and hopefully hunting down an editor for it. So,
Another one with dinosaurs?
No, it's not, I don't have one with dinosaurs.
I thought you did with bones, dinosaur bones.
I was like, I don't know about
Oh, that
Oh.
that's a crime caper, and no.
Come on.
The dinosaur bones was not the feature of that short story. The people I murder in it were. Anyway.
Anywho.
So yes, we will be starting our writing sprints soon. I got a DM from Fox, and I was like, "What did I forget this time?" But no, he's just misheard something. So yes, tonight I'm working on critiquing chapters for a story that will probably never see the light of public day, but it's fine because I enjoy the story and helping Fox improve it.
Yay, helping people.
Yes. Also, he literally does like all the graphic things. I was thinking about working on like trying to build a schedule page on my website, but I have been told not to touch the thing because he has to figure out how to build it. So I was like, yes, okay, I guess I will do other things then.
Can I? No. Okay.
That's pretty much it. I can update my outline progress on the page, though. I was very excited to learn how to do that, which took all of like 5 seconds to be taught how to do. So he was like, you see this feature? Yeah? Just edit that. Yes, got it.
But now you know how to do it, and that's the important part.
I do. It won't just sit there at the same percentage for eternity as I actually get progress on it done.
I don't have anything to say. I just my brain's like, time to contribute to the conversation, and I went, okay, forgot what I don't have anything to review.
My brain's still messed up after that nap, so I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. Chris made the mistake of napping earlier, and now he's just all kinds of done.
I'm not a napper. I don't nap.
If I nap, it fucks me up so bad. I wake up feeling like 8 times worse than I did when I fell asleep.
And like really sweaty always. Just like, what?
Yes! Doesn't matter how cold the house is.
Yeah.
Just very sweaty. Tonight, I hope to record my February videos. So I have all of those scripted. So that's going to be fun to look forward to.
I should probably start on a script for not this week, next week. But that's future CB's problem.
Just do weekly streams. You'll be fine.
Don't tempt me.
No, we need another skit.
Well, I was kind of sad because the skit didn't do very well.
Oh.
Yeah, the skits don't do very well. And I'm like, wait.
Well, they just don't appreciate comedy.
People don't like me dressing up in a bunch of different costumes and being stupid? What's not to like?
That's a good point. I watch them.
Thank you.
I don't remember. I watched them. I just don't remember if I saw the last one. I have some work to do. We will see if I am in the mood for sewing, editing, or homework. Fair.
That's really different.
Yes.
I used to be a napper, but the last couple of months have turned me in. Or I used to not be a napper. Yeah. Candy is a napper. Candy is apparently pro.
Yeah, my mom's a pro.
My dad was in the military for a long time, so they like taught them super napping, so he could like nap for, I think it's between 10 to 20 minutes, and then he's just fine for hours. And like he will only sleep for that 10 to 20 minutes, and I'm just like, how?
I heard 20 minutes is the optimum nap time because it's like right
24 or something like that.
Because it's like right at your REM cycle or something. I don't know, however it works. Scientists in chat explain. But yeah, it's supposed to just get you going. I can't nap for 20 minutes.
I can't nap. It takes me like 3 hours to fall asleep on a good night.
Apparently, Matt is also a super napper.
I don't want them to hit me. I want to hit them.
It's like Chris punching naps, just like bam.
See, I didn't like napping before, but like after being in quarantine, I'm getting really, I don't know, I have like no energy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't nap. I just sleep.
I have an insanely weird sleep schedule that makes my parents very concerned. My mom came upstairs. She's like, "Okay, you have to start like getting back to a normal human sleep schedule. You can't maintain this at college." And I'm like, "Actually, I can, because my earliest class is 1 p.m."
You think I can't maintain it?
No, I did that on purpose.
One time I had a class at 4 p.m. and I still slept through it.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you try to keep up with my sleep schedule. It doesn't work out.
Yeah, I think
also in college you needed 10 hours of sleep to feel refreshed.
I think I needed 12. But yeah.
No, you could be fine on 10. You just preferred 12. We're not exaggerating either. I spent time figuring out how long he slept. Because at the time, I only slept like 4 or 5 hours, and that was it, and I was fine. That's all I ever needed. So then, like, he would just be sleeping forever, and I'm like, you went to sleep before me. Like, how are you still asleep?
It's because all that soda I drank.
But, like, also waking you up, you were cranky.
It's all that soda I drank.
Fox has messaged me that he wants more skits, so...
Well, his opinion doesn't matter.
He's agreeing with you, Chris.
That doesn't matter to Chris.
Opinion.
It does not matter to me.
Oh, napping right before bed. How, like, do you nap and then wake up?
And then go to bed.
Just like 10 minutes. You're like, all right, I'm awake. Let's do it again.
Matt also needs 10 hours.
That was a pregame. That's pre-gaming.
I pregame for bedtime. I have no idea how long I need to sleep, because I'll be like, oh, I only got like 4 hours of sleep, and then I'll be totally fine. But then I'll be like, I only got 10 hours of sleep, and I'll be totally fine. Or, yeah, I slept for 18 hours. I feel totally fine.
If I get more than 8 hours of sleep, I feel like I have died. Like death put me in a microwave and then just dumped me on the side of the road. I'm like, no, this is not fun. I have to get between 4 and 7 hours to feel good.
Yeah.
See, they're not talking about sleeping in class. They didn't get to class to sleep.
I also had like a 4-hour class once. I mean, that takes it out of you.
They do.
I've been doing like the college classes on Zoom. For some of them, most of them in person. There have been classes where I'm sitting there and the teacher's just talking, and I'm just.
I need everyone to know that Candy is such an expert level napper. She napped in her dreams.
Oh my god!
I am impressed.
Was it like the dream getting ready to like nap, or I mean, like was it like you dreamed that you were dreaming?
It was like an out of body experience inside the dream where you're like, oh, I'm napping.
Lay there. Like, yeah.
Napception. Okay, so Audra was napping before bed. She woke up for an hour, and then it's bedtime. But I can't go to sleep. But I have. Yes, I have done that. I just give up on sleep at that point. And I just stay awake. But as we've established, I A, don't need a lot of sleep, and B, don't have a healthy sleep schedule anyway. I like for Friday and today, I got up. Well, I was still up. I went upstairs, got the kids up and ready for school for Chris to come upstairs and then be like, "Hun, go downstairs and go to bed."
Yeah.
The first day, I was just like, "I'm fine. Just go back to bed. I got them. We're good." And he was like, "Go to bed."
It's weird when you're telling these stories, but Chris is right there.
Because he doesn't emote when I'm telling the stories, but he emotes when they happen. So I have to emote for him.
Yeah. I will like just keep sleeping. And when I say like I sleep until the afternoon, that's when my parents decide. They go, "Oh my god, you're still asleep?" I would keep going.
Fox, if I have a 15-hour nap, that means I was sick or on my period. That's what but that does happen sometimes when I'm
That's what
sick.
happened this weekend. What you mean?
I was and guess what? Guess what?
What you mean?
The most I ever slept in my life was when I was pregnant, because I slept like 22 hours one day, and but we didn't know I was pregnant yet, so I was just convinced that I was just dying. Something was just horribly wrong, and I needed to like be hospitalized or something because I slept for 22 hours, and I'm like, this is not normal. This is 5, almost 6 times my normal sleep.
There's a cat trying to get out of my room.
It's okay. There's one that's circling me, trying to figure out how to get in my lap. Is the blanket in your way?
What? What do you want?
I'm not interesting enough for him.
All right. So we're going to go into a sprint. I was half tempted to just pretend to nap through the sprint, but no. I have things to do. All right. So 3, 2, 1,
Wait.
go. Oh, what?
Nothing.
Sir. 3, 2, 1, go. And we're back.
Back.
So I can't unmute you. You have to unmute you.
Button at the bottom.
Well, I muted him before it started, but now it says I can't unmute him because he has to unmute him, so. CV, entertain the people. I have to go help him.
I got it.
Sorry. Actually, no, not sorry.
How did everybody do? I got like a full page-ish done because I finished off a third of my last page and got 2/3 of the next page.
Nice. I started on editing a new chapter, or a new scene, rather.
I got like 150 words onto this outline.
Nice. Chat, how did you do? What you're working on? In case you haven't told us already.
Why did you mute me?
I muted you because you did that thing where you made a noise to get my attention because you know, like, I'm a squirrel when I have brain fog, so.
I didn't try to make a noise to get your attention.
Anyway.
I had to put my gloves on because my desk is right next to the window. So as I'm typing on my keyboard, my hand is closer to the window, so my fingers get cold, even if the rest of me isn't. So, wee. Also, it looks cool because they're fingerless gloves.
Hey Ray, what's up? Aw, thank you. I appreciate any and all subscriptions.
Woo.
You can subscribe to me too.
Yes, you can subscribe to all the peoples in the descriptions below. Woohoo! Holy carp, I am late for this, but I was arting and I finally got to a point where I was satisfied.
Ooh.
Well, hey, you were doing the thing, so congrats on doing the thing. Almost fixed the plot hole. I believe in you.
You can do it.
A little more super glue, some duct tape.
Lots of duct tape.
Oh, yeah. Lots of duct tape. 150, 289, 305.
Nice.
22 words, switch the laundry. Both important.
Multiple tasks.
528. Woohoo! 3 pages of alpha reading comments. Is that critique partner comments, beta reader comments? What you consider an alpha reader?
Somebody.
Oh.
Never mind.
I know what an alpha reader could be. I'm asking what they mean by alpha reader, because it can be used a few different ways.
What are you drinking?
Tea. Iced tea.
Is it sweetened?
Mm-hmm.
Does it have lemonade in it?
I don't remember. It's not fresh. It's from a jug. I don't remember if the jug says.
Usually, if it has lemonade in it, it's called an Arnold Palmer when it's half lemonade, half sweet tea. That's like his preferred way to drink tea.
Yeah, I love Arnold Palmer half and half. I don't remember. There's not much sweet tea up in Pennsylvania, so this is the brand that's available in the grocery store that tastes yummy. So
that's fair. Okay, so Kitty Wright said developmental this time, so I assume they're more akin to a critique partner's comments then. So
I have a song stuck in my head.
It does fix everything.
It does, other than my soul.
We're going there, are we? It's really funny because in the chapter I'm reading, a character just came in and I left a comment that was like, hello, Edgelord McWarecrow McSir.
Nice.
I love leaving those comments. Especially in Fox's Wit, because he calls me out on anything remotely edgelordy. So, tit for tat is not the expression I want. Turnabout's fair play, that's what I wanted. Like, tit for tat was not the cliche I was going for.
This is not the cliche you were looking for.
It definitely was not.
There was a cat in here with me, but now he's gone, so I'm like really suspicious.
Just got a message from
It looks like your door is like the door to heaven or something.
Yeah, right. Like it's
I'm not saying it's not.
And there's like a portal right behind it. That is like
I can open that door, and without a doubt, a cat will come running through.
Cat portal. It's a cat portal.
I will do that later, but currently there's food that cat is not allowed to eat in here that the other cats have not eaten. So
the cat why can't you eat it?
Because our cats, we have one cat that's extremely fat, one cat that's underweight, one cat that is normal weight. So I have to feed them all separately, or two of them separately from the other one.
Yeah, sometimes animals don't share food correctly, and so you have to.
We also had to get the super fat one a puzzle bowl because she would eat so fast she'd immediately throw up. So with the puzzle bowl, it slows her down a little bit. So
that's one of those things that I wanted to get Nabby, but the Nabby just naturally slowed down her eating, so it was fine.
Yeah, no, Storm, Nabby, it's scary. It's like really scary.
Yeah, she's some animals do that. A lot of times that happens when they were taken like from their parent animal before they were taught to eat properly. So
yeah, we found Storm underneath the like outside trailers at my elementary school. We got her when she was like this big. She was so cute. Sense. And now she's like this wide.
How's it going? Just came on your live stream. I haven't been one in a while. Hey, it's going good.
Welcome back.
Thanks. If I occasionally do that, it's because the children make very loud, sudden noises on occasion, and I'm debate if I need to investigate or not.
Is everything okay? No one's screaming. All right.
When is a door not a door? Because CB has lights along the edge of her door, so her door is fully closed. It just looks like
now it's a gateway to hell.
Oh,
she controls.
What the fuck?
Yeah, we were just saying that because of the light, where the light is placed, it looks like the door is always slightly open, and it's just a portal to somewhere. You look like an 80s pop star in that hair.
Thank you. I will accept that.
You got that Cyndi Lauper going on.
Girls just want to have fun.
So the place to find critique partners, there's hashtags on like Twitter and Instagram, like hashtag writing community, hashtag critique partner. I'm sure there's other ones that I just can't think of at the moment. Hashtag writers of Twitter, writers of Instagram. There's also like Facebook writing groups and Discord writing groups that are hosted by various people. See, I'm in one. Rebel Authors, Author Rebels. So I'm in Sasha Black's Facebook group. And then I frequent and mod Jenna Morasi's Discord server, Cyborg Central, which specifically has a Find Critique Partners room. That's where I have found half of my current critique partners, at least. So they're all about. Sometimes even chat during a writing live stream will be like, "Hey, I need a critique partner," and then you get to see critique partners meet on screen, and it's like a meet cute story, but for critique partners.
Mm-hmm. Now I have girls just want to have fun stuck in my head.
Are the children screaming? They are right. I've learned that. See, you gotta. No, it's not the silence. That's true when they're like toddlers, but not when they're kids. When they're kids, it's fine. And it's when there's a random scream, you have to sit there and figure out, was that a pain scream? Was that an excited scream? Because the older they get, the less loud they yell unless they're doing something. Toddlers are just like always making sounds unless they're like getting into something that they don't want to get caught, and then they stop making sounds because they think it makes them sneaky.
I just thought that they were always distracted by, throwing flour on the floor.
Your children have made enough demonic whispering noises that I know for certain they think they're being sneaky.
This is when they were like 3.
Yeah, I heard Gabriel and Michael whispering to each other, and that's usually why when I go check and there's flour everywhere. I mean, not anymore. It's been many years since then, but yes. And the sugar the one time.
I screamed the other day, but like it was totally involuntary. I think I was reading something, like chatting with my friend, and it was a scream of glee, but it was like very late at night / early in the morning, and I just kind of like froze after I did it, realized that I did it, and then like waited for someone to run into my room because I'm like right across the hall from my parents.
That's the thing. The older you get, the more involuntary screaming becomes, so the more concerning it becomes.
Yeah.
Babies and toddlers, that's just how they communicate. They don't know how to communicate quietly yet. So then by the time they get to like, I want to say like 7 and 8 is when they start crossing into the quiet zone.
I remember what it was. I was talking to you, Sam. That's why I screamed. It was last week. I don't know. One of my friends was it? No, it wasn't my roommate. It wasn't the. Oh, it's Sam.
Were you playing the DS?
Yeah.
See, stuff like that.
What were you playing?
Mario. I was getting really passionate.
Mario what?
I don't know.
Super Mario Brothers on the DS.
Yes, that.
One of the ones that doesn't save when you die.
Mm. It was really pissing me off.
The older one, dear. It's before the 3DS. Do you remember that far back into ancient
DSi?
No.
DS?
Yes, the DS. Just the regular DS.
Oh. It's safe.
Yeah, it's safe. She's just never played it before. No. You have to hit checkpoints to save.
Mm-hmm. I didn't get there.
Wow.
She didn't get past the level.
You know what? I played some Kirby and I'm better at it now. I like opened up the Kirby game and I had like almost beaten it 3 times, but I'm guessing every time I like got stuck at a certain point and just but better start a new game, because there was all 3 saves were like 2 were 70s and like 1 was an 80 like % finished, and I'm like, what happened to the remaining bit? Like, did I just go nah?
Nobody bothered.
My first semester went really well. Thank you for asking. And no, I'm not back yet. I'm still at home. Dorm room is much smaller than this room. But yeah.
Cold.
I go back February 6th. So soonish.
Excuse me, I have a cat who keeps coming in and out of my lap because she cannot make up her mind.
Fantastic.
She's like, yes, and.
Mm-hmm. You talking about me?
So, like, do you get, like, Philly cheesesteaks?
Because I live in Philly?
Yeah.
Or near Philly?
I don't know where exactly, but you
I'm like 45 minutes away. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm like half an hour away.
Yeah, this is a very, very big thing in my family. This is where we just don't acknowledge that we are related to people when we are talking about them a lot of the time. So like there's a meme that goes around and it's like, how do you refer to your parent when you're talking to your siblings? Is it my mom or our mom? And underneath it said your mother, and like my cousin shared that and I was like, God, that's so us. It's just like, it's your mother today.
When I'm talking with my siblings, is I'll be like, oh, then my mom, and we'll just like pause and we're like, we have the same mother, and I'll be like,
It's like, do you know what your father did today? It was like, oh God, what did my father do today? Because apparently I have to take ownership of him now.
But Chris, to answer your question, I do not have very many Philly cheesesteaks. I had one that was apparently the best Philly cheesesteak in Philly, according to like my friend and her dad. It tasted like apples. Yep, people always react like that. someone else bit the same one and was like, "This doesn't taste like apples," and I'm like, "Yes, it does." So I don't really like them.
Your nose this is a legit question. I'm not making fun of you. Was your nose stuffed or anything? Because if your nose is stuffed or runny, then your taste buds will be off.
I don't remember. Maybe. Then we had Philly cheesesteaks at college, which it was like Cheese Whiz on like some ground beef, and it was
I've had those.
Horrifying. But
Right,
no. I eat more hoagies than I eat Philly cheesesteaks.
That Chrissy, they are already tiny well, Michael at least is a tiny teenager because he's like so much older than everyone else. When his cousins come over and stuff, he can't relate to any of them because they're all toddlers and he just doesn't want to play with toddlers. So he's just like, "Can I go in my room?"
My big brother and I are always the oldest. Or typically the oldest. We're still the oldest because I have 2 cousins and one's 5 or 6. I don't know. They're small people. And one's like 3.
That's gonna be Michael if there's any more cousins to be had. Because I'm the oldest of my generation by 5 years with Zach. That's my cousin, and then 6 years older than Tabby, my sister. So I finished having my kids. Everyone else started having their kids.
Yeah, that's.
This depends on how old the kids are and what your natural sleep cycle is. For example, I'm going to put the kids to bed. They will be asleep by 11:30, and then I will try to get some filming done. Or when I am really desperate, Chris keeps them in a bedroom somewhere while I record very quickly during the day. But that's, like I said, when I'm just desperate. Otherwise, that just having somebody watch them or doing it when they're asleep is all I got. We do that too, but with my sister, we can say my mother because we have different moms. Ah, yes.
The power.
The power.
My mother. Well, my mother.
Sunita says the best Philly cheesesteaks come from Poppy stores.
Okay. So I don't really have an opinion on Philly cheesesteak. I usually use these. I'm used to using these. I haven't lived here that long, but I have now. So that's alarming for me. It's been like 7 years.
I'm gonna imagine you can't go like they have the best Philly cheesesteaks because like everybody's gonna make them just slightly different enough to appeal to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Look, if somebody's not talking to me in a heavy New Jersey accent, I'm not trusting their opinion. I'm just saying. But if I'm popping,
Philly's not in New Jersey. So.
I know. Okay. But
there's a Philly accent where they say milk, bagel.
Yeah, no, but here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
People with heavy Jersey and New York accents know where all the best food places are in the Northeast. So they are who I trust. Having been there and talked to people, they're the ones who took me to the best food places. So when somebody's like, "Hey, Sam, come here. Let me show you where we're going to go eat," I'm going to trust that motherfucker. Because they know. They know.
It's all in their mind. It's the accent gives them power.
I think it's just culturally they're like more ingrained in the foods. I don't know. I just know that when I went there, that was the only person who knew where all the good food was. So that is my association. He was also the one. He was also he was very adamant that I needed to try New York ice in New York because ain't nowhere else gonna give you good New York ice. Let me tell you right now. You want it?
Is that like Italian ice?
Yeah, what is that?
Italian ice.
Okay. Yeah, we have Rita's, which is like everywhere nearby. There's Rita's water ice. So.
I wouldn't trust anyone from Jersey. Why wouldn't you trust anyone from Jersey?
That's a stereotype to like shit on Jersey. If you're from like anywhere around Jersey, even though Jersey's like Northern Jersey's really nice. Like,
To be fair, I know somebody from near Newark, New Jersey. I've known him since I was like 16 or so, and he too talks about the mutants of Jersey. So even Jerseyans know.
So, like,
Sure
what's a hoagie? I thought a hoagie was just a sandwich.
a hoagie is a sub.
Yeah, it's a sub with
It's a sub.
things. That's all.
And if you call it a sub, they'll harass you.
Okay.
That sounds, yeah, like a regional thing.
What if I call it a hero?
A gyro? Wait.
No,
No,
it's another name.
Okay.
Oh shit! I forgot to
Damn.
Do a break timer.
I did.
It's like
So
we've been
we're-
talking for a while.
Yeah, we're good for another sprint now.
Cool.
I was like, why hasn't my break timer gone off? That's weird. Because I didn't set it. There's a timer with... No, should not put that on. I will be distracted. Maybe later. There's a 20 minutes of useless information timer, and I'm using it. Sponsored by Squarespace.
Yeah, girls just want to have fun. Is
Girls just wanna have fun.
you can't sing it. Get some copyright.
You can sing like 2 lines of a song and be fine. It's after that. Also, what money are they going to take? I'm not monetized. Okay.
So, like, if there's like an 80s day at college, you should just be Cindy Lauper.
Wait, what?
I
I don't understand what you said.
He said if there's an 80s day at your college, you should dress as Cyndi Lauper.
Ah. I mean, I think it's more of a high school thing for Spirit Week.
don't know. I didn't do anything like that.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Squarespace.
And we're back. How did everybody do? I got another 2/3 critiqued. That appears to be my average for 20 minutes.
I did something. What did I do? Oh, I read through a scene and decided it didn't need to be edited. that I didn't need to add much to it, and went to the next plot or scene that I have to edit. It's a long one. It's like a big rewrite, so I'm excited.
I've started the break timer, so we have one this time. And we're not just waiting forever.
Chris, you're still muted again.
Whoopsie. I got 320 words done.
Nice.
Woohoo!
I actually think I'm nearing completion of this outline.
Nice. That makes fun of us. Mental health breaks are important.
They are very important.
28 words. 406. Oh yeah. No laundry to switch, so 228 words. Woohoo! The plot hole has been fixed. The duct tape was added. And a number of facts learned. Woohoo! I thought about how, like, I think it was somewhere between 12 and 15 minutes into that video. I was like, wait, is that actually okay to play during the stream? So, I don't know. We'll find out. If the stream gets taken down, that was why. But yeah.
It was weird. I looked up and it had like some fact on Final Fantasy VIII. I'm like, what the fuck?
It's very random facts.
I looked up and it was something about the Heimlich maneuver.
Every time I looked up, there was math. I was very consistent with my glancing.
It's just so weird because I'm trying to platinum that game now just to see it. FBI is watching or something.
My FBI agent and I have a very interesting relationship. 305, inching my way towards the end of the draft. Woohoo, you can do it. 558, sorry. Don't let me take away 100 of your words. So after this break, we will then go into our final sprint of the evening. Dun,
I didn't realize it was already 9:30 or my time.
Yes, 8:30 my time. Something 30.
10:30 in my time.
Don't
I'm sure.
over there. One of these days, I'm just gonna be like BRB, going to the bathroom, and then just invade his screen. She's like, "Hello, everybody. I am Chris Caballero."
You guys could obviously, like, you could easily be in different places because your backgrounds are so very different.
Are they though?
She's in the bedroom, I'm in the living room, so.
Yeah. I mean, like, even the house color, like, the colors are different. The wall.
We have different cats.
You have different pants?
Cats? What?
Oh, I was confused. I'm like, okay. Can't see your pants.
I mean, we do have different pants, but that's not really going to help anybody.
No.
Unless it's like a new streaming rule. If you're in the same house as somebody else, you have to have matching pants.
Matching pants.
Streams. I was reminded of a stream group that I used to be part of that decided to make uniform shorts and pajama shorts and tops. And I was like, I'm not paying that much for pajama pants nobody's going to see. I don't like them that much. So.
They should
You're
have
laughing because you know who it is. You know the pants.
They were very expensive pants.
How expensive were they?
They were like $25 for a pair of pajama shorts.
For a pair of pajama shorts?
Just the shorts. Not even the outfit. Which I'm like, I'm poor. That's too rich for my blood.
Damn, that's crazy. $25. You know what you can do with $25?
Buy a pair of jeans.
Get a couple subs.
Yeah, he messaged me when the sprint started. He's like, I want subs now. 2 To be fair, you probably do have. No, Matt, we're wearing the same pair of pants. They stretch.
It's just a very big
from
pair.
I'm in one leg and she's in the other leg.
Let me tell you, when the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants came on, there was such debate in my family that was like, those pants would not fit all of those people. There's just some magic ass pants. And I was like, never more proud of my mother being pedantic about anything ever.
Isn't it? Aren't the pants magic anyways?
No, it's supposed to just be a pair of pants that they all just happen to fit, despite being very different pant sizes. So, but the only way that it makes sense is if it's magic pants.
Like, my friends have offered me, like, hey, do you want to just, like, wear a pair of pants if I, like, sleep over? And I'll be like, ha, I will not fit that. Like, I don't
my sister and I wear the same size pants, and we still avoid wearing each other's pants because we're just shaped differently.
Yeah.
So even though we wear the same size, our pants have molded and worn to like our shape. So it just doesn't feel right. So it's like there's no way that one pair of pants was comfortable on all of them. Just say, unless they're magic pants, which I could accept magic pants, but as far as I know, they're not magic. Hi, Heather. Yeah.
I guess if they were sweatpants, they could fit multiple people.
No, they were jeans. They were jeans. The least forgiving.
Yeah.
Except for maybe leather. They're all secretly dangerous. Just the pants. Yeah.
Yeah. Shifty.
That reminds me, I'm going to look at my book holds while we're on break. The app updated, so now it's dark blue.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Nuh-uh. Shut the front door.
Sir?
Mine ain't.
Yours doesn't like you as much. Mine definitely has a dark blue thing.
Mine's purple still. Like purplish.
No, I mean like these little things right here.
No, I can't see it.
Quiet you. Let's see if this worked any better. Yeah, see, like right there, those are now blue like little screens. There's a dark mode?
Yes.
I'm gonna have to find that now. But yeah, like those used to be white and now they're dark blue.
Yeah, I think I got it and immediately switched it to dark mode because it's usually like late at night. I'm like, let me just listen to an audiobook to go to sleep. And it's like, oh god.
You're an ebook. Yeah, you're definitely being delivered later. Borrow book 3 of the series that I can't read yet. I'm waiting for one of my sisters to finish book 1 so we can read book 2 together, but I'm hoarding book 2 and 3.
Has she even started?
She started it. She's just like not connecting with the main character at the moment. It's kind of tricky. I understand why it's taking her a while. She's also just not a ferocious reader in the first place.
So. Like, I understand, but
at least she's reading it now.
I went to Barnes & Noble yesterday, and I had two goals in mind. One, I was going to get a hardback of TSC, and 2, I wanted to get Bone Witch. Neither one. I came out with neither one.
That's the one I've been talking about.
They had neither one. Yes, I know. The reason I was going to get it is because you talked about it.
Like, Tabby was saying that she was having some trouble connecting to, like, the thing, so she was getting through it slower. And I was like, well, if you want us to pick something else for, like, a different series for our book club, then it's fine. You don't have to, read this one. And she's like, no, because it is interesting. And I'm like, okay. And, like, the more she reads it, the more that what I refer to as the present intrigues her. And I'm like, I know, right? There's things I need to know. Chris also corrected me apparently at like the very end. Because I was listening to the audiobook, I missed them saying the name of a character, so it does tell you who the character is, and I was just like, "Well, haha, I was right." That's all that we need to know.
Yeah,
I
I
was
was like,
told
what,
it, but I was right.
yeah, I was like, what you mean? It's right there, black and white. The thing.
What happened was I was probably helping the children with school while listening to it since I had already read it before, and I just needed my memory refreshed.
Did you, you
Sure.
didn't remember it from last time.
Because I read it a year and a half ago.
Well, I think Tabby should pick something else.
No. You're not part of this book club.
I know I could read book 2, but
you could read book 2, but if you told me anything about book 2, I would disown you. So
well, I can hope CV.
He's my baby daddy. I need him.
I know.
I can hope CV gets through book 1 and then book 2, and then, or I read Cinder.
I just imagine CV reading book 2 and then just never talking to me.
Hey, I'm okay at not spoiling things.
You are.
I think.
Oh, it's funny when you were like, I'm watching My Hero Academia. I've at this part. Which arc is that? This one. Oh, okay, this one. I know everything. And you're like, oh, well, in that case.
I like that so much more than I expected to.
The only thing we haven't seen is the movie, the second movie.
The second movie. We've seen the first movie.
There's a movie?
There's 2 movies.
How are you watching it, by the way? On what website?
It was on Hulu.
Ah. See,
there's movies?
There's movies.
There's 2 movies. Well, which one? The first movie takes place in between 2 arcs.
I don't need to sleep tonight.
Yeah, the first one takes place in between, I think, the Hero Provisional Exam and whatever came before that.
I'm so excited. I'm gonna find them.
Funimation had like when the first movie came out. I have subscribed to Funimation's newsletter, and I have a screenshot of the email they sent because it was a pun on the movie title. And I was like, oh my gosh, I must.
Okay, well then, who's your favorite character?
I don't know.
Your top 3.
Okay, I like Icy Hot, Todoroki, I think. Of course, I love Deku. And I think Rock Boy. I like the guy that turns into like rocks. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, Chris knows his name.
Yeah, it's Kirishima.
Yes. Yeah, that one. Okay, to be fair,
I'm incapable of remembering his name because he's voiced by Justin Cook, who voices Yusuke Urameshi. And so
to be fair,
Rocky Urameshi.
Not just their names that I forget. I didn't know the names of the Julie and the Phantoms characters, and their new names are Luke, Alex, and Reggie. I didn't know their names until I went into the fandom.
Those are normal names. I'm gonna forget those too. Those are normal names. The more obscure the name, the better I can remember.
Okay, Matt's getting.
I
also like Bakugo. He's
my Baku baby. Yeah.
I'm concerned about him constantly, and I feel like he just needs a therapist.
That is truly my other part of existence. I had a roller coaster with liking Bakugo because when he first comes in, I'm like, I want to hate you. I normally do not like characters like you because you just fit into this kind of anime trope of characters I usually would like to push off a cliff. But something about him, I was like, I can't hate you. I just can't. And then the more it goes into it, the more I'm like, I don't want to care about you. But damn it, why isn't anybody worried about my Bakugo baby boy?
Bakugo and the Rock Boy are tied, I think.
Yes, I have just embraced him as my child.
And that I want to push the perv off a cliff. I don't like him. I don't even like the fact that he's there.
You talking about Great Juice?
Yeah, him. He could
with the lip.
I don't like him.
I don't care about the fact he has a lip.
He's like the worst character. Him and the dude with the tape.
Favorite character.
He is, unfortunately.
Who's your favorite character?
No, the mangaka's the writer's favorite character is.
That's like his creator's pet.
The perv?
Yes.
Mhm. That's why he's still important to the plot. And yeah, see, this is one of the things that I really liked, is because he took that trope and he redid it, and he kind of like subverted it in ways, and then he gave him like real, genuine character development. And I also, like, at some point I realized the reason I couldn't just completely hate him was because I'm like, I get it. He went from being like the smartest person in the most skilled, the most talented, the most powerful, into an environment where he's average.
Mhm.
So it's like, oh my god, that was when I first started taking advanced classes when I was younger. So I was like, I get you, Baku baby, I get you. And then he gets kidnapped and has a lot of PTSD and guilt, and like that
Yeah.
one part when he just
That
looks
made me
at
cry.
Deku and he sees Deku and like All Mights, and I'm like, oh my god, he knows, he connected it. Oh, I was more emotional than it should have been over a curtain.
No, I cried so much, and like, so I have like, yeah, I set up my laptop monitor, I was watching it, or computer monitor, and I was watching it in bed, and I have like all my pillows set up, like super comfortable, and every time I would start the show, I would just end up at the edge of my bed about this close to the screen, just going, oh my god.
Yeah, see, normally I don't like his kind of characters because they're just bullies, but there's just like so much more to him. And also, I don't know, Deku's twisted view of him at first kind of like, also I was like, Deku, why?
Deku's like,
Deku, why? And then I realized it's because Deku's self-esteem was just like so weirdly wrapped around his image of Bakugo that I was like, okay, I see where these parallels are going.
Yeah, I relate to Deku, and I'm in love with Icy Hot.
Todoroki.
Yeah,
Shoto Todoroki.
because
Every time someone calls him Shoto on the show, I'm like, who the fuck? Oh, right, him.
I want to
I know
tell you
his name.
something.
I know that he's the
fucking
only name
bad.
I actually. Him and Deku are the only names I actually know, but I just enjoy calling him Icy Hot.
Also, Ureka and Deku is one of the better anime relationships I have seen progress. Uraka? Uchaka?
Yeah, she seems nice.
Yeah, she's gravity girl.
Yeah, she seems nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I like this decision that she was like, "Hey, maybe it's not the time for that," and I'm like,
I like.
you're
Part of
almost
the reason
dead.
I like
You're
her
dying.
is a lot of times in shonen anime, the lead female love interest is pretty useless. She doesn't really do anything. She doesn't have her own arc or anything. She's literally just there to fulfill the fact that the main love interest needs a girlfriend at some point. He's not even interested in her half the time. And it's like, why? But like, Deku gets a crush on her, and then he's got other priorities, and she gets a crush on him, and then she has other priorities, and then they like
Nothing happened. It just kind of stopped.
And so it's just kind of like a cute little realistic thing.
Crushes, yeah.
But so I'm looking forward to it actually developing into something real, because there's been enough good setup for it that it's like.
And I do not like the weird eye guy. Lemillion.
Lemillion? Wow.
Because he was the hero.
He's the best character. He's the best fucking character.
Let's see.
What are my other children?
Do you remember when we first watched it, every negative thing I said about him? CB was DMing me those things, like word for word. I was so amused.
He's the best fucking character.
No. I mean, he's fine. I like him. I just don't like the fact that he gets to be the hero, because I'm attached to these other characters who I need to be the hero because they need to be the hero.
I didn't trust him.
Me too. I thought he was evil.
How is he fucking evil? Look at his
he was too
eyes.
nice.
Look at it.
Because he looked like a smiley face that little kids draw. They were like, a circle, a line, a face. That was his face.
Well, have you seen what happens to him?
Yes, I finished the show.
Oh, okay. Well,
I was like, oh, I hope Deku doesn't feel bad about this. And that was about the end of my feelings on it.
I only disliked him until he got fucked over, and then I was like, "Oh, that sucks." And now we're chill because I'm like,
he's not going to feel the spotlight, so we're good.
Deku to not give him the power, and I'm good. Deku just didn't do it.
I was horrified. I was absolutely terrified that he was going to do that, and then he didn't. I was like, oh, thank God.
Because I need Deku and Bakugo to continue their bromance into becoming #1 together.
And becoming a bromance instead of just, rival.
They have a toxic bromance, but it is a bromance. They need one another to help each other grow, and it's weird, and it's only okay in anime.
I was sad that there wasn't as much Bakugo and Todoroki in the last season or second to last arc. I don't know, it's confusing. They all blend together. I watched it in less than a week.
Hold on, Fox has requested that because he's not caught up yet. So.
Okay, sorry, Fox.
Well, then he should.
Sir, you have my Funimation login, and you have had all of the pandemic to catch up. To it. But
I calculated it on my phone, and it's 27.8 hours, and I'm alarmed at myself, but not surprised.
Well, you were like, I've binged it all already, and I'm like, yeah, okay, and Chris is like, damn, and I'm like, sir.
Yeah, I watched the first 2 seasons in 2 days, and then I was like, I gotta slow down. Yeah, I read the 5 books and watched all of My Hero Academia in January.
See, Matt gets it. You don't love the bromance for its current form. You love the bromance for what it will become. Its potential. That's what you're here for, to root for the journey to get there.
Also, I love everyone's hair. It's so much fun. It moves so much. I love it.
Yes,
it's so fluffy. Everyone, and random gusts of wind. I'm like,
I think that your next anime should be probably Haikyuu. It's another newer one. It's a volleyball one. I think you will enjoy it.
No, I think she should start One Piece.
No. First of all, no. Second of all, and no.
I don't know what her reasons are, but it has 950 episodes.
Because one does not go from My Hero Academia to One Piece and expect quality.
I don't know what's going on.
One Piece is a really okay. There are some animes that are very mainstream that a lot of people love that I just think are really dumb, and people only like them because they're dumb fun. But I don't even find One Piece to be dumb fun. So it's one of those things where there's some animes you recommend to fellow anime lovers who are experienced in anime and will know if they like it or not based on certain things. And there's other animes that you introduce to people or that you recommend to people who are new to anime so that...
Yeah, I started this because I kept seeing Todoroki pop up in reference to Zuko. So I was like...
Well, you need to watch some more so that I can recommend JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh my god. I actually think she'd like JoJo. I don't think she'd like One Piece, though, but I do think she'd like JoJo.
No, I know. I was just joking with One Piece. Everybody should try JoJo.
But I wouldn't recommend JoJo until you're more acquainted with anime in general. See, other people get what I'm saying about One Piece.
I don't think it's dumb fun, but it is stupidly long.
Chris is currently binging it, and so the last time I sat down and he was watching it. It was just a really sad and I'm like, why? Why did it have to go there?
Oh, and the stepmom, yeah.
Yeah, why? But anyway, okay. 3, 2, 1, final time. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
I'm not sure which kitty, but you probably spotted this one who's just been like in and off of my lap all night, and for a time was just like sitting in front of me, staring at me as I was.
Yeah, I saw that. It was adorable.
There comes a point when I'm just like, you've been too indecisive, and so I will ignore her for a while. But then she's like, okay, I guess mom's tired of me, and she finally just settles down. So again, I'm at like, I need a third more to finish this page. So
Yay.
Yay, close.
I'm on page 9 of 11 pages. So, and it's not one of those like, nice page when it's all like, yeah, 7 out of 10, but 10's like only a quarter of a page or something. No, it's page 11, so full page. So I like my little cheat pages. Sometimes it's only like 2 sentences, and you're like, yeah, I finished the page.
Woo, go me! I spent most of the sprint just sitting there and watching Tabby read through and leave comments. I made a pun. I'm very proud of it. So she's talking about a nymph. I have to go back to her. I'm like, really, I don't make puns, so
she has such a love-hate relationship with puns because
I can tell from her reaction. Wait. Oh my goodness, is Birch a shipper? Girl, same. I'd ship a rock and a leaf if I think it's if I think that that's in chemistry there, if there's chemistry there. And I said, don't you mean chemistry? Because she's a tree. I'm so proud of myself. She said that pun made me smile, and I hate it and you for it. So
yeah, she has a very strong love-hate relationship with puns. So I just need to share this very tiny. Where did it go?
Box cat.
Yes, the little box cat.
Hi, Michael.
What?
It is Michael. This is our child. He has invaded. All right. Well, we have to leave to attend to the children.
Be parents.
Go ahead. Do thy outros.
Okay. I am CB Ferrenz. I am a young adult fantasy author. I am working on the re-release of my young adult fantasy novel, Shadows of the Willow Tree. I have a YouTube channel where I talk about writer things, teenager things, and writer teenager things. I also talk about being a college student and how those things come together, or rather don't. And I reached 200 subscribers today, so that was awesome. I'll be doing something for that eventually. But yeah.
Yay. And I'm Chris Caballero, working on my urban fantasy. And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram, posting nothing important.
Harassing companies.
I only do it once in a while, and now it's what I'm known for. I am.
And I am writer mom Samantha L. Nasset. This is my channel where I talk about writer things, parent things, and writer parent things. I host these live streams on Mondays, and in the future, hopefully in March, there will be the return of the Let's Talk, so the slightly new formula that I hope people will enjoy. I have a Ko-fi. If you want to help support the channel, you can
give them money
me down there. Yes. I have a newsletter that will be coming out sometime this week. If you want to stay up to date on all the things, you can sign up at my website. I will have new website things.
Yay.
And today, everybody should go on Twitter or Instagram and wish one of my best friends a happy 13-year anniversary with her fiance, Jenna Morassi. They're celebrating, which is why they're not here.
Go her and Cliff.
And I think that's everything. I'll be yelled at if it wasn't. So, bye.
Bye.